What is up, Flockers? In today's video, I'm planning on taking my hair from this to transforming it to something with a little bit more volume. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve that final look, then stick around. If you've been on my channel before and you've seen my previous video or videos of the clip extensions that I made, those go into more description about how I made them myself and showing that process. So I'm not going to go through all of that today, but I do have some clip extensions that I made into Locs. I got the idea from Kiki J and her channel. The way that they originally come is just they have these clips and the hair is loose. It says 4C, but I would not call it 4C. But regardless, I was able to crochet and create locks out of the kinky, coily hair that it has on these already made clips. You could just buy the clips and create your locks, or buy locks and create these with the clips, however you choose to do it. But I'm going to show you with 4 of these 2-pronged clip things. There are more in the bag, but these are longer. So when I had my full head of hair, I was able to use the one with 4 and 3 clips. I don't have that much surface area to work with, so I won't be using those larger ones. And there are some singles. But since I typically, when I wear my hair like this, wear it to the right side, I'm gonna start with my hair going the other way so that I can layer the clips over. So the wonderful thing about this is that it is very simple, and even though I have a tiny little viewfinder that I'm looking in, it's enough for me to get the job done because it is very simple. And now that I've cut my hair shorter, these clips are actually back to the length of my locks, because when I originally created them and they were the length of my locks. And after my locks had grown out, my locks had gotten too long for these to blend well with. Okay, so that's the first layer. Some of them, because they've been in a bag, are a little bent in direction. All right, so that goes in like that, and as you can see, it just sits like that. So you obviously want to make sure that you're covering your tracks because you don't want to have your tracks hanging out. But that first one goes in just fine. Going with the second one. And again, I mean, depending on how you create yours, you could create yours longer than your actual locks if you want to add length to your locks. If you want to add color, you can get them in a different color or dye the ones that you have. Or if you're just wanting to add volume and thickness, but keep the same length, then you can do that as well. All right, so we got the second one in there. Okay, and we're about halfway through my head. Again, I'm on this tiny viewfinder, so it's a little hard to see, but from what I can tell, it's blending well, y'all. Okay, the next clip would help if you open it. I will always recommend to do this on hair that has grown out. I'm about 7 or 8 weeks from my last retie, so it's easy to put these tiny little clips into my roots without any snagging or any issues, and it just simply clips on very easily. All right, like I said, they've been sitting in a bag, which is why they're poking out in different directions. So nothing that a little spray bottle can't fix. All right, and something else I would recommend is don't put them all the way to the front, because in an effort to hide them, you want to start them back a little bit, so that way your actual hair can cover up the front. All right, and then I've got one more that I'm going to use, so I'll cover that one up and leave a little space before I flip with the last little bit. So I have a little bit of room since I have One more. Okay, then with this last one, also just does the same. Don't want to start right up in the front. I want to give myself a little bit of space from where my locks are starting. All right, put that in. They're trying to do me dirty on camera. Okay, then with this last little section of hair that I've got left, just swoop that over. All right, y'all. And like I said, a little bit of water to tame down these extensions so that they're not poking out in every different direction. But the cool thing about these is because I color matched with 1B with these lock extensions, and I made them very similar to the size of my locks, outside of them sticking out a little bit and trying to make a liar out of me. They don't stand out. They blend in really well with your existing locks, your existing hair. And then if you wanted to style them, you could go in and style them. The good thing is that these things are going to sit well because of those clips. These clips hang in there well. So, I mean, you could, if you were going out to dance or something, you can go in, shake it about, and these clips aren't coming out. Okay, so we done did all this. You can go ride roller coasters at Six Flags or go to Whitewater, go rafting, whatever fits your fancy. Do what you need to do. And again, don't mind the ones that are poking out and trying to make a liar of me on camera. But because I don't have a spray bottle down here, so we just gonna have to deal with what we got. But you have instant volume, and you don't have tracks sitting out where everybody can see them. So that's just a little hair hack that you can do to add the volume. Maybe if you are one that likes volume, you're not really into your hair being as flat as it is naturally without having to go in and do a braid out or a twist out to add that volume. You can just add some clip-ins to give you that volume if you want to wear your locks straight. And yeah, this is the finished product of what I've got. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that like button so I know what type of videos you're enjoying, and also join the flock by subscribing so that you see all the videos that I put out. And before you go anywhere, make sure that you check out some of the other videos that have popped up on the screen. I'll see you there.